You know what? I'm so sick and tired every time they show stuff on TikTok. And when y'all see these signs, and majority of the times, it's not going to always be AI. See, that AI is taking over the internet. And when God and the warriors of angels is going to send us a sign. But a lot of people will be confused by AI, thinking it's going to be AI. And a lot of people are going to miss out on the message that's God and the angels trying to shoot out to the world. And it's because AI is confusing. It's starting to be confusion in this world. Don't always think it's AI. I understand, y'all, that AI is a big part of this social media. And they should never allow this to happen because only God, the creator of God, knows it's real or not real. So we're going to have to use our own brain and to figure it out. Is it real or is it not real? And like I say, it's going to start a lot of confusion in this world because there's so much this AI crap is going on. And they should have never took a part of that and put it into the world like that. That's why we should know that the world is going to come to an end because they started making robots and all this stuff like flying cars is going to come. A lot of this robot stuff is going to take jobs, robots is going to replace human beings. And it's going to be more stuff that's going on in this world. It's going to start a lot of more stealing, more robbery, more killing, all kinds of stuff. So that lets you know, wake up, people, wake up. That lets you know that the world will end one day. It's going to end within 1,000 years. When the rapture come, when King Jesus gonna come, because King Jesus already living in the kingdom in heaven with his Father. He sits on the right hand side of his Father in the kingdom of heaven. And if you look what's going on in this world today, see all this stuff they making man-made stuff. And like I say, robots, this AI, that's getting us ready because you know the world's going to come to an end. All this stuff must take place in this world before God comes back. And what Lucifer is doing, he disturbing all this shit up on this earth like he been doing. So y'all going to have to be smart and be wise and tell what's fake and what is not fake. And like I say, a lot of this stuff is not going to, a lot of this stuff, it's not going to always, like, y'all going to think it's AI, but it's not going to be AI all the time. It's going to be a message from God and the warriors of angels in the kingdom of heaven. And sometimes when they show these lights in the sky, and sometimes it might be SpaceX, be doing it. The astronauts is working in the astronaut center, and they be performing a lot of stuff that we see in the sky. Sometimes they be SpaceX be working on stuff in space as well. But a lot of that stuff don't come from SpaceX either. So sometimes it could be from the kingdom of heaven. So you got to use your own brain. You know what I'm saying? And then when there is a sign from the kingdom, then you want to say, "Oh, it ain't no God." See, that's foolish talking. I don't listen to that crazy stuff. When I hear people say there ain't no God and there ain't such thing, this, what I do, I stroll off of it because I don't got time to hear that stupid. I don't like stupid foolishness talking. See, a lot of people always want to say it ain't no God. But when things happen in people's life, when the disaster come and hit this world, y'all want to call on God. Make up your mind. You say it ain't no God. And a lot of y'all don't make sense. It ain't no God. If it ain't no God, man can't make no sun. Think about that. S-U-N. Can't man make the sun? Can't man make the universe, the planets? Man can't do none of those things. Only thing a man can do is produce a seed and build stuff. Man build it, but God destroy it. Can man make it rain? No. No man on this living earth that's underneath the earth cannot make it rain but the mighty God. And, can man make the stars? Man can't do that. But God can do it. God makes everything. Even if he plants the trees in the ground and make it green. Man can't make the trees green. Green. Man can't do that. He could plant some trees to make it grow. But God had these things already for us before we much came in the world. Before he made Adam and Eve. And even though he put Adam to a deep sound sleep. When he put Adam down to a deep down sleep, he opened up his rib cage and formed a woman out of his rib cage. God took the dust out of the ground and formed it with his hands and create that man to make a woman. He didn't want to see that man, Adam, alone. So he made a woman out of his rib cage. You see what I'm saying? But how can y'all just say some stupid stuff? It ain't no God. God always has been real. God has been on this earth before humans came along. But God, when Adam and Eve disobeyed God and didn't listen to God, so he told them, you may eat the tree of knowledge. They didn't eat from God's words of knowledge. They listened to the serpent words of knowledge, and they got them in trouble. So God sent a curse on this earth because of Adam and Eve. Adam put it on Eve. Eve put it on Adam. There's no right, no wrong, because they both disobey God's words. See, and all of this stuff is going to take place. God's been giving us signs after sign. On those last days on this earth, there will not be no sign be given out by God. Because you know why? God did all he can do. And pray to God that you're not on the right-hand side. If your name is not found in the book of life, you can say hello to hell, because you're not going to the kingdom of heaven. You must go repent while times is at hand with God. God and angels has been giving us enough time to go repent to him. All the things that we are doing on this earth, we're going to be accountable for it. We got to pay as we go in this earth while we living on this earth. Because when you close your eyes, that's it. You're not of the word anymore. You are gone. Dust to dust. That's what we are. So, like I say, if your name is not found in the book, written in the book of life, trust me, you're not going to the kingdom of heaven. And trust me when I say this, I don't care if you don't believe me. I don't care if you call me crazy, because I've been called crazy all my life. And it's not going to touch me. It's not going to bother me. I just look over it. But what God showed me in my visions back in 2020, and then I shared that with my family members. I told it to my mom, rest in peace, Mom. And I told it to my sisters and brothers and my nieces, them. God showed me some things. Y'all don't think God is real? Try him. Try the mighty God. Ask God anything. See, God is the truth of all things. See, a lot of people can't handle the truth from God. But see, God words of truth in this, it's going to hurt you right in the center of your heart. Because that's where God is coming from. He will judge us in the center of our hearts. When I tell you my God is real, my God is so real in my life. He always has been real to me. Even though when I was a little girl, I used to go outside at night, look at the stars. And I knew that it was a God then in the kingdom of heaven. And I hate to say this. Some of y'all been brainwashed by y'all parents. Because our parents, taught y'all, oh, it ain't no God. Don't believe in no God because it ain't no God. Their parents taught them as that too. They brainwashed people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the devil like. He like confusion. He like to brainwash people, all of this kind of stuff. But like I tell you, I'm going to tell y'all this. And I shared it with strangers, and I told it to my family. Back in 2020, have your ears open. And like God say, see with thy eyes. Listen with thy ears. Now, it says that's in the Bible too. Now, God showed me these things, like I say, back in 2020. God showed me hell. And I saw people sticking out of hell. And they were screaming and hollering. And I told my sister about it. She said, you know why they was trying to, why their hand was sticking up? I say, no, not really. She said they was trying to reach for God, but they could not reach for God. So the things that God has showed me, he's a real God. And God, I sat there I keep telling y'all this story over and over and over. And y'all want to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all this again. I don't give a damn. You don't want to listen to it, mama. I don't give a damn. You can flip off of it. I don't care. But God, I was sitting in my room and I reached out to God. When y'all don't think God don't hear our prayers, trust me. The mighty Omega God hears our prayers. And the angels, the warriors of angels, the warriors. And there are billions and trillions of angels in the kingdom of heaven. I sat there in my room. I said, God, look, I am tired of being in chaos with myself. I'm tired of being in chaos with other people. And I'm tired of my lifestyle. And so God showed me these numbers, 7, 8, 9. I asked my sister, do you know about numbers? She said she knew about 7, 8, but she did not know about 9, number 9. So what I did, my own research. I went online and search number for 7, 8, 9. I had the angels say that I had to change some things about myself and work on myself. I didn't want to do it at first. So I had to go within to change myself, because I didn't, the angels would have kept pushing me to do it. So, and when I tell you that the power of God and the mighty warriors angels are real, they are so real in the kingdom of heaven, y'all. I don't care what y'all going through, and somebody is lying on you or cheating on you, and if you want to know stuff, go to the mighty God. God is going to show you something, but he might not show you some things what he showed me in my visions. He might show y'all different things. You might see a message in the sky, from God. But God is the truth of all things. God would never ever in history would never ever tell us no lie. Never tell us no lie. But people will always tell us lie. See, God will tell you the truth. And once he show you these things, he going to show you one time. God is not going to keep replaying it back to you, So, and also, I had another vision from God. And he showed me some Japanese people was in the warehouse. And I shared those visions with all my family and with strangers too as well, y'all. And this was back in 2022. I saw a bunch of Japanese in the warehouse, and they was pouring some kind of chemicals in the rocket. Once they pour those chemicals in the rocket, and they launch it out, and the whole sky lit up, people. The whole entire sky lit up. It lit up. So, I had another vision. I was laying down sleeping, and I heard this loud noise. And when I had this vision from God when I was asleep, I saw this Japanese man. He had a rocket on the ground. He's trying to launch it out, but it wouldn't launch out. But it was loud. And I told my niece about it, and she could tell y'all right today. Yeah, my auntie did told me that. And when I was telling her this, she told her husband about it. She said, what was that loud noise? Did you hear that loud noise? I told her. And I asked her, she was telling me about, well, that she told her husband about it, that she heard the loud noise too. I told my niece, I said, why are you telling me this? This is confirmation. She said, I had a vision from God, and I saw this Japanese man. He had a rocket sitting on the ground trying to launch it out, but it didn't go out. So that's confirmation right there. So, and then I had another vision from the mighty God. I saw Japanese sitting at an expensive table, y'all. This wasn't no cheap ass table. This was an expensive, heavy table. They had a map spread on the table, and they had like a red dot in the center of that map where they planned on launching out these missiles. I saw Kim Jong and his sister. Now that's a bad bitch. That bitch don't crack a smile. She do not crack no kind of smile. She had on a suit too. All of them had a suit on, sitting at a table. And that's where they complaining on shooting those missiles. I saw thousands of people running in the street. This lady's trying to reach for her daughter. But she could not reach for her daughter, y'all, because the man got in her way. I saw missiles going over people's houses. I saw submarines tipped it over in the water. I saw troops day in the alley. I saw a man in a wheelchair with a white bandage in the hospital. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I can't tell y'all when it's going to happen, what year it's going to happen. And Mr. Donald J. Trump, you know, he always calling Kim Jong Lil Rocket Man. And guess what? Donald Trump, Kim Jong got those big missiles. He got some big old missiles, and they can knock out the United States. And y'all, if y'all see what's going on in other countries, right? We're having war. What do the Bible tell us? Tell me, what do the Bible say in the Holy Bible, in the scriptures? It says that we will have wars. We will have earthquakes in strange places. So we've been having a lot of earthquakes in strange places. One time we had an earthquake, it was in Dallas, Texas, a few years ago. And we've been having a couple of more earthquakes. And, you know, don't get me wrong, y'all. We've been having wars over the years and years before we was born. My mama told me this story before she left this world. She said that when they had war back then, she said they had to be quiet. They could not make no noise. If you make noise, they can hear us. They can hear them. They can kill them. So, yeah, they've been having wars for many years now. But this is one of the powerful wars that we are facing right now. Why you think that the gas price is so high and the food prices, everything is so high? Because we're at war. You know, just let us know these are the signs from the mighty God that the world's going to end. It's not going to end right now. It's going to end within 1,000 years. This generation will perish. The old generation will perish, but new generation will be around to see many things that's coming into this world. And I don't know if y'all can remember this. They had it on TikTok, y'all. They had it on TikTok that these people was running in the church house getting those chips planted in their skin. Now, any man has the mark of 666, the mark of the beast, on their hands and on their forehead. We're not able to sell, buy, trade anything. And see, God already knew these people were going to run to the church house, get that chip planted in their skin, whatever. And I ain't going to say, God might keep these people alive for a long time. They might not even must die because they done sold their soul to Lucifer. If you go back on TikTok, type in the mark of the beast or the chip, and it might show that video again, y'all. All that's in the Holy Bible. Read the Bible with knowledge and understanding what the words are saying to the whole entire world. Mother-in-laws against daughter-in-laws, daughter-in-laws against mother-in-law, father-in-laws against son-in-laws. All this going to happen. Children will be killing up their parents, but now look like the parents killing up their children and children killing up their parents. All this is in the Holy Bible, y'all. All this stuff is in the Bible. But the end is not yet to come from God. The whole world must be fulfilled before God in the world. And the rapture is going to come. It's going to come. God's going to release Lucifer out of his prison. And y'all, I had another vision from my mighty God. Just like it says in the Holy Bible. The mark of the beast is going to stand up tall in the sea. That's exactly what it says in the Bible. When God showed me these things in my vision, I saw Lucifer stood up in the sea. And he stood up like a beast, y'all. He's a beast. See, nobody can go deep down in the ocean. Because you go deep down to the ocean, it's going to crush you. That's where Lucifer at. See, God's going to release him out of his prison when it inspired from God. He's going to lose Lucifer into the world. And he's going to come. So, like I say, the old generation is going to perish. But the new generation is going to rise. They're going to see a lot of stuff that's going on in this world. A lot of stuff. They're going to experience, they're going to witness a lot of stuff. Just like John. John, when God showed John to write these things down, he was chosen from God. And a lot of us is chosen, a handful is chosen from God. But not everybody is chosen. Get that understanding. Now, all you hear about chosen things, chosen ones, chosen one. A lot of people is not chosen. Get that to your understanding. And they want to get mad at God's chosen ones. But like I say, if you want to ask God if you chosen, go ask him. If he don't respond to you, if he don't show you nothing, that means that you're not chosen from God. You're not. And a lot of people want to, they want to say, God is not real. They want to curse God out, call God, like this black dude on Facebook. He cursed out God, but he didn't know that his life is cursed now. You don't curse out the mega God that's over your life, that breathe life into you. Everything that you're going to touch is going to crumble. Everything that you buy, you ain't going to be able to buy. All your money going to be swiped out of your bank account. Because God hears our prayers, like I say. Just like, y'all don't think God hear us? Trust me, believe me. I'm going to tell you what I went through one day. And I told this story too. I'm going to get my point through. I'm going to get my point through. Whether y'all don't like me, I don't give a damn. See, one day, when I lived on the southwest side, and my ex told me somebody want me on the phone. And I said, who is it? He said, I don't know, some lady. When I got the phone for him, I said, hello? She said, do you still want a DIE? I said, no. And she hung the phone. And I knew it was from heaven. I used to always say I want a DIE. I said I'll never say that again, ever. So when y'all don't think God and the angels don't hear us, trust me, they hear us. They hear us. See, the angels and God been here forever. They know everything about us. And another thing, when I had another vision from God, and when I seen all this stuff that was going on in the world, with the war and stuff, and I call out, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost. Jesus appeared at my door with his white garment on. And guess what color he is? Our Jesus is black. He is black. He's King Jesus. Jesus knows where we live at. All of that. The angels, God, and Jesus. Jesus is God, which is in one. They know everything about our life. They know everything since we were born out of our mother's wombs. They know everything about us. Now, you think I'm lying? Try my angels. Try my mighty warriors of angels, all in the kingdom of heaven. Like I say, there's billions and trillions of angels up there. So God and the angels been giving us time after time to go repent. Because don't wait at the last minute when the rapture come and all this other stuff. It's going to be way too late. Say, God, forgive me and give me another chance. No, because God and the angels keep giving us a chance after chance. God did all he can do. All he can do. Y'all want to disrespect God. You can't play with the mega God. You can't curse mega God out. Because I'm telling y'all, God is powerful. God is very, very powerful. We have a powerful God in the universe, in his kingdom. God can destroy this world if he really wanted to. And destroy us in the world. Because only thing we made out of is a pillar of salt. A pillar of salt. PILLARSALT. A pillar of salt. That's all we are made of. Dirt. You look what happened to Lot. Lot. She was kept doing what she was doing, and and God made her a pillar of salt. You see, God don't need us. We need the mighty God. The angels don't need us. We need them. And we came to this world because of sin. God sent his only begotten son, and his name is King Jesus. King Jesus. That's God, that's his only begotten son. There will be no more King Jesus. That's why God sent Jesus into the world to forgive us for our sins. Because of what Adam and Eve did. Because I don't think God would have ever forgave us because what Adam and Eve did. That's why God sent his only begotten son to forgive us for our sins. And anybody, God is not going to turn nobody away for forgiveness. He will forgive us. He will if you ask. Only if you ask. God and the angels not going to make us do nothing that we want to do. God and the angels not going to make us believe anything because they know who they are. They know who we are. Everybody, we all got a number of time to live on this earth. And all this stuff that we have on earth, we cannot take these things with us to when we die. All the expensive homes, the expensive clothes, the expensive cars, all the money, this shit gonna still be on this earth. But you gonna be gone. You can't take none of these things, luxury things with you. Only thing you're going to take with you is your body. And God got our souls. God have our souls when I speak on this. He can do whatever he goddamn want to please him, what he want to do with our souls. Because we belong to the Father God in the kingdom of heaven. My God can do whatever he wants to, whatever he pleases to do with our souls. Where they go up or where they go down. And like it say, hell is repetition over and over and over. Those that know about a repetition, you would never get out of hell. That's eternity. You will burn eternity in hell. And that's some dark places to be. And there's more sections of hell. If you really pay attention, like we've been having earthquakes, volcanoes exploring, that's how hell is. That's a place don't nobody want to be there. I'm telling you. Well, this is a chance to give your life to Christ if you never gave your life to Christ. But this is what I'm about, this is what I want to tell y'all. Don't always believe, everything is from AI. I understand that AI is out there bad and it's not going nowhere. But it's going to go somewhere one day when the world get ready to end one day, within 1,000 years from God, the power of God. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's so much stuff that's going to be happening and stuff. It's just a lot of stuff. And you look at the White House. Pay attention to the White House. I ain't talking about inside the White House. Pay attention to the outside the White House. Look at that. Look at the sculpture of the building and stuff and everything. All that stuff. Lucifer is controlling these people in the White House. Lucifer telling them what to do and what to say. All this stuff. And pay attention what's going on. Pay attention. If you really look what's going on, y'all, go on YouTube, because YouTube got a lot of shit. I'm talking about some real shit. Don't look at the fake shit that's going on YouTube. I'm talking about the real stuff on YouTube, y'all. YouTube will show you some things. And they will show you that how police officers be beating on people. And how we at war among each other. We at war with our own selves. And if you really look what's going on YouTube and look what's going on in the world. This is what's happening in the world right now. We're at war. Not with real war. Not with that either. Among each other. We at war among each other. It's a lot of criticism going on in the world. It talk about criticism in the Bible. But it talks about a lot of things. It talks about, it's a sin to be jealous. It's abomination of sins in the world that God is not pleased with. And y'all, I'm tell y'all this too. I'm not here to judge nobody. That's not my place to judge anybody. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's abomination of sins to sleep with your own kinfolks. It's abomination of sins like eating unclean foods. Now, I understand in other countries that people don't have food to eat, but you're not supposed to eat unclean food. It's abomination of sins. Then you wonder why diseases is in those other countries. Then they get ready to travel. They come to the United States and bring those diseases to the United States. You're not supposed to eat no monkey, cook no monkey and eat that and stuff. Is unclean food. That's a big abomination of sins from the mighty God. And a lot of people getting sick and they dying. They're carrying these diseases. And like I said, y'all want to travel from y'all countries and come to the United States and bring those diseases. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all never got your immunization shots and taking, you need to take that very serious. Take your immunization shots. Take them. Have your kids take their immunization shots. Because y'all, God is going to bring many diseases into this world. Many diseases with 2 S's. That's in the Holy Bible. So, the deepest part is in the Bible is Revelation. Revelations. Read it with understanding, with knowledge. What it's saying to each and one of us. The Bible don't only go to one specific person. It goes with every living, breathing person in this world. And there's a lot of stuff that's in the Bible. It's a lot of stuff. Honor your mother and father so you shall have everlasting days. And a lot of people is not listening. You're not living because they disrespecting to their mothers and to their fathers and whatever else. All that's in the Holy Bible. It's all up in the Holy Bible. Y'all, it's so much stuff that's going to come into this world. And God is going to test each and one of us. He's going to give us another test and see if we're going to pass it or not. Like I say, it's going to be a test from God. And this ain't going to have shit to do with no AI. Y'all going to think it's AI. But this is going to be a test from God. He's going to test the whole entire world. He's going to test us. And like I say, back to the disease, when God sent out that first pledge, coronavirus, that's just, y'all ain't seen nothing yet from God. Y'all have not seen nothing yet. That's only this some of it. God got so many diseases, just like he told Moses. Just like he told Moses, God spoke to Moses through the burning bush. When Moses spoke to God from the burning bush, Moses' whole face lit up, and his face was really, real bright. And God showed him these things. God told him to deliver a message to Pharaoh, because God got tired of him slaving his people, and he want Moses to go deliver that message to Pharaoh to release his people freedom from bondage. And Moses said, they're not going to listen to me. What make you think they're going to listen to me? So Moses had his I think it was a walking stick he had in his hand. So God told him to drop the stick on the ground. When he dropped that stick, God make it turn to a snake. God told Moses to pick that up. So when Moses picked it back up, that snake turned back into a stick that he had in his hand. So God told Moses, stick your hands inside your clothes. When Moses put his hands inside his clothes, his arms was covered with diseases. God told Moses to stick his hands back in his clothes, it disappeared. So when Moses got through speaking to God, he went to tell Pharaoh, God say release his people. And God, Moses showed him that when he showed that I was sent from God to deliver this message to you, Moses dropped the stick and it turned to a snake. So Pharaoh thought it was funny. So he had one too that turned to a snake and everything. But that snake, God's snakes killed that other snake. And so he didn't want to believe nothing that Moses was telling him, what God had told him to do. So what God did, since Pharaoh was being hard-headed, didn't want to listen to God, and so he took his son away from ransom. He took his son away from ransom and killed his son. So never underestimate the power of God. Don't do that. Don't do that. And y'all, everything is a high cost of living right now because we're living in hard times. This is not no hard crucial times that we are living in. It's so much stuff that's coming into this world. It's so much stuff. Now look what Donald Trump trying to do. Destroy the water, whatever he trying to do, whatever else. Y'all, it's so much stuff is coming into this world. It's going to be like, farmers. Y'all think because we at this heat, it's like a heat wave. Wait till the next few couple more years from now. See, last time we were destroyed by water. This time it's going to be destroyed by fire. F-I-R-E. It's going to be destroyed by fire. Every year, it get hotter and get hotter and hotter. See, that sun is beaming closer to the earth. The farmers, the fruits and the vegetables, all that stuff is going to dry up. Because it's going to be from the heat. The heat is going to dry it up. It ain't going to be that much vegetables in the grocery stores. The farmer is going to push those prices higher. It's going to push them prices higher. Because they're not making no money. The vegetables not growing right, whatever else. And I had a small little vision. I saw a dead cow, like laying on the ground and stuff. Through the years, like I say, it's gonna get so hot, y'all. I mean, it's gonna get bad, and it's the world is gonna come to an end sooner one day. It's ready or not, and there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. The rapture is coming. They know every hiding place it is. And like I say this before, and I'm saying it again. If you have a house in a swimming pool, built inside the swimming pool, God and the angels already know that you live down there. You ain't gonna want them to make you come out of there. Whatever. They're gonna bring you, they're gonna make you come out of there. I don't care if you hiding underneath the house. They know that you underneath that house. I don't care if you're hiding in the trees, in the woods, or in the cave. They know that where you at. So you can't run from the rapture. The rapture gonna get you. It's coming. And those angels are not here to play with nobody. They don't crack a smile either. Those angels are so powerful. They are powerful angels. I mean, trillions and billions of angels is in the kingdom of heaven. And King Jesus is coming. I see my Jesus in a white cloth, riding his horses. He gonna have that sword in his hand. He's coming. And King Jesus, his eyes like a fire. His toes is like black brass. And he ain't gonna drop them. He ain't gonna drop that sword. He's coming with the colorful horses. The colorful horses. Each color of the horses represents something. They coming. King Jesus is coming. The angels are coming right behind him. I'm telling y'all. Times is at hand in the kingdom of heaven. They are coming. And like I say, pray that you're not on the right hand side of God. You're not worthy to come into my kingdom. So, yeah, I'm telling y'all, I mean, it's getting hard for everybody. And now they're trying to bring the Bible in the school. They should have been have the Bible in the school. So I sitting here watching the news one day, and this person talking about the Bible should be at your home. No, the Bible could be anywhere. The Bible could be in the school. It could save some of these kids when going in the wrong directions and stuff, Y'all, it's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in this world. And a lot of people going to hear things, see things, and y'all going to think y'all tripping. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. Because like I say, only a handful is chosen from God. But like it says in the Bible, see with thy eyes, hear with thy ears. And you're going to hear some weird noises, and you're going to wonder, what is that noise? And you're going to see with your eyes, what am I looking at? If you go back and tell that person, they're going to say, oh, you crazy. Don't worry about that person. Don't even worry about it, because they wouldn't dare to experience that, what you saw and what you heard. They're going to call you all kind of names, because they wouldn't dare to experience, they wasn't there to hear it, or none of those things. So overlook these people. So, like I say, it's a lot of stuff that's coming into this world, y'all. It's a lot of stuff. It's going to happen. It's going, and it's, it's kind of scary. In a way, it's scary because the world gonna end soon, and everybody gonna bow down to King Jesus. Everybody, all around the world, when King Jesus come, he's coming as a thief as a night, just like Jesus say. It's in the Holy Bible. If you know when the thief was breaking into your house, you will know when I'm coming. So therefore, not even the angels don't know. Only the God knows when he's coming. God's going to let him know it's time, my son. It is time. Now watch. I'm telling y'all. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Because we don't know when the time, the hours when Jesus is coming. He's going to come as a thief as a night. And like I say, Jesus' eyes like a flaming fire. And his tongue is like a sword. He's coming. He's coming. God been giving us signs after signs. But like I say, on those last days, a sign will not be given out by the mega God anymore. Because God done did all he can do. And one thing God hates the most is a liar. A liar. L-I-A-R. Liars with an S. Liars. God hates liars. He hates many things. What we do and what we say. And once we say those words, we cannot undo it. Deal with it. Accept it. And move on. But God knows that we're going to make mistakes. God knows that nobody is perfect. He knows nobody is perfect. Don't go tell God you're perfect. Oh, God is going to show you that you are not perfect. So don't even think it in your head that you are perfect. And all y'all people that go to school because y'all got a education or whatever, but y'all don't have the education of Jesus in y'all. See, all y'all do, y'all because y'all got this high school diploma, y'all got this, y'all got that, and y'all think y'all better than the next person. Ain't no such thing you're better than the next person. This is how you got it. God could take it from you. He could take it from you and swipe it all away from you. Because like I say, when you leave this world, you're not of the world anymore. All this shit, you going to go with the clothes on your back. And once you leave this world, you're going to become a skeleton in your casket. Because God got our souls. And my God can do whatever he pleases, he wants to do with our souls. Because he's a mega God. You can't argue with God. You can't get mad at God. Get mad at yourselves. And like I say, if you're ready to change your life, search up angel's number. Search up any angel's number. The angels, you might have a message from the real angel up there in the kingdom of heaven. But if you ask God about anything, get ready to accept the truth from God. God gonna tell you. But like I say, he might not show you the things that he showed me in my visions that I had for him back in 2020. And see, when I was trying to deliver these messages and let everybody know about the war that we're gonna have, and I called the news channel. I called Channel 2. I called Channel 13, 26 News. They couldn't take my story because it had to be realization to see it. So I let everybody know what's going to happen. That's the same with King Jesus. Jesus told his disciples about what's going to happen. These people didn't want to believe Jesus. So when they crucified Jesus on the cross and did all these things to him, and when they removed his body off the cross, and they put him in, wrapped him in some white linen, put him in that tombstone. One of the ladies went in there, told everybody that his body wasn't there, his body wasn't present. You know why Jesus Christ's body wasn't present? Because two of the angels took him by his hands, one took him by his feet, and they brought him back home into the kingdom. And then when they seen Jesus was in that tombstone, they couldn't believe their eyes. So, y'all, I'm just telling y'all, we don't know when he's coming, but he's coming as a thief, as a night. So, y'all better be ready for Jesus. He's coming from the heart. He's going to judge each and one of us in the heart. And Jesus is cold with it. He's cold with it. I'm telling you. You're going to know it's Jesus. You're going to know. You're going to feel it right there in your center of your heart. The things that you did to people, the things that we say about people, we are going to be accountable for what we do and what we say. I'm telling y'all. So if you're willing to, want help, they got help. Go Google up angels numbers. Like I say, it might have a message for you. And the angel, and if you see, let me give you an example. Okay. Say like you're going to work every single day, and you get on Highway 59 North. You're going to 59 North, and you keep taking that rock, and you keep seeing that number 59. Or you might get at the gas station, gas pump 59. And you wonder why I keep seeing that number 59. That is a warning from the God in the kingdom of heaven. That's from an angel. An angel's trying to get your attention. If you see a number say 11 on a house say 1111, and you keep seeing that number, say like you get a receipt from the store and they have that number say 1111. That's a message for you. The angel's trying to get your attention. Never ignore those signs from God and the angels, because it could be concerned about your life. It could be concerned about your health, anything. So don't ignore those messages from the kingdom of God. Keep your receipts, and you can search those angels. Say angels numbers. Search angels numbers online on Google, and it's gonna tell you what it means. Angels numbers. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, we are living some hard times. This is not quite hard times, but we're gonna be facing crucial hard times. And one day it ain't gonna be that much money in Social Security. It's not gonna be no more food stamps one day, it's gonna be times gonna get so hard and so bad, y'all, I'm telling you. And like I say, they making robotics, and placing robots is going to place humans, and they got flying cars, they got all this stuff. That's what get ready to prepare for the world to come to an end. That's all it's getting us to prepare for. And it's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen in this world, y'all. It's going to be chaotic in this earth. People are going to think of themselves. They ain't going to want to help you, Momo. They're going to think about themselves, being selfish, being mean, ugly, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of stuff that's coming in this world. This is on the beginning, some of the things from God, but it's more, because like I say, God showed John what was going to happen into this world. He was he was chosen from God. There were the things that God showed John, and John was writing these things down, and that's what's going to happen into the world. What's coming, and it's a lot of stuff. Like I say, and you want to watch documentary stuff, watch documentary. It's going to show you the things that what we facing on this earth as it is now. It's, y'all, it's if you look at some of these animals, like they got horns and stuff, that's the sign like Lucifer. Lucifer got horns, whatever else. Pay attention to some of these animals and stuff. But you see, animals are spiritual guys, spiritual too. They tell us, they show us, animals are like spiritually. Some of these animals, they come to us as a loved one, or loved one might come to your dreams and warn us too about certain things and stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's going on in this world that's gonna happen. I'm sorry, I don't mean to scare nobody, whatever, but it is what it is. It's a lot of stuff that's gonna be happening on this world. I'm telling y'all. It's gonna get bad out there, and y'all, you need to tell your children to stay in school because they get their education. Because how this world is living and how this world is now, they're gonna have to have a job. They're gonna have to have, they're gonna have to have a education, and to get a good damn job, whatever. Because, baby, I'm telling you, like I say, Social Security money is running out, and it ain't gonna be no welfare no more. That's gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be hard to try to to get food. It's already trying hard to get food. It's just expensive. And if you buy food, if you just one person in the house, and I'm gonna tell you like this: I buy food. It don't just last 2 weeks from now. It be gone so fast and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you got more than it's just more than you in the house. You got a big family. Say like you got 5 family. You got 5 kids to feed, and plus you. That's 6 people in the house. So food don't last that long. That food is getting expensive, y'all. It's getting expensive, and it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's going on in this world. It's gonna happen. because this is a curse from the mighty God, because people still don't want to respect God. You have all these people that sleeping around, unclean sex, not respecting God. And they having diseases and stuff. Look how they keep talking about how AIDS is rising and stuff. And then if y'all ever saw that movie called I can't think of it right now. It's called Contracted. If you watch that movie Contracted, y'all, it make you think, hey, I'm gonna keep my legs closed. I'm gonna be celibate, because y'all, that girl, her name Samantha, played it on the movie. Samantha, she went to the doctor and see what it was. Because at first she had slept with this. She was gay, y'all. Let me tell the story right. She gay. So she was at a party and she slept with this man, and the man convinced her, come out into the car with her to have sex. When she lay with that man and she started getting sick, her hair was started falling out. Her mama thought she was back on drugs, but she wasn't back on drugs because she slept with that man. Her hair started falling out. She was in the tub, and when she was washing her hair, she had a big bald spot. And her nails was coming out, and her toenails, all that stuff. Her teeth came out. And when she was using the bathroom, y'all, she had all kind of stuff that's coming out of her body and stuff and everything. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be diseases, hitting this world left and right. So y'all need to be careful who y'all lay up with, because it's getting scary. Because like God say, diseases will come up on the world from him, because y'all having so many unclean sex. Y'all not respecting your bodies. You're not respecting the kingdom. The God is in the kingdom, and y'all lay with that man. You lay with this woman. Y'all keep transferring it back to one body to another body. And you got swinger couples. Swinger couples mean that they got marriage couples sleeping in the bed together with they wives, and wives sleeping with their husband, and husbands sleeping with their wives. It's called swinger couples. And spraying the diseases and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say, people gonna be going to the doctor one day. The doctors ain't gonna know what the shit that is. You know what I'm saying? Because the new disease is coming from God. But it's so many people that's having unclean sex. And y'all sleep with that person, and you go sleep with that person. You pass it on with that person. You got HIV, you got you got AIDS, you got gonorrhea, you got syphilis, chlamydia. You got all kind of diseases out there, man. I mean, come on now, come on. Y'all need to go repent from all of that. Y'all having too much unclean sex. And, knowing that y'all not married either, Even when you married, you still have to respect yourself. It still means, it's just like pastors. Pastors go out there. They had to sleep with gay men and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, everything is not in the closet. God knows about it. He knows about a lot of stuff. See, God played possum up there. He played possum. He plays like he sleep, like he don't see nothing. But God sees it all. And the angel sees it all too. They sees everything that we doing on this earth since we was born from our parents. They know everything about us. They know I say that God in the kingdom, he knows every single thing about us. God knows how many hairs that we got on our heads. He could tell you how many hairs. And you argue with God, say, no, God, I got more hairs than that. God gonna look at you stupid. And just like it says in the Holy Bible, God say, how our bodies be stinking, and we know we're supposed to take baths every single day. Just like it says in the Bible, God gonna let the whole world get a good sniff of it, of a woman's body, how she smell. So don't go argue and tell God, hey, my body don't stink. God gonna show you that your body stink. He gonna make y'all a liar. You ain't gonna want God to embarrass you. You don't want that. Because you think we embarrassing people. Oh, you didn't see the embarrassment from God. God will shame you. He will shame you. You will cry day and night. So don't go telling God nothing that God already knows about. God knows every single thing about us. He knows. He knows everything. He know what you did. He know that you was stealing. He know it before you gonna go in the store, go start stealing. God saw you were gonna go in that store stealing. But you ready to lie, say, God, you ready to lie to that person, say, oh, I didn't steal nothing. But the cameras might be watching you, and you'll still lie on the camera. But see, God got eyes. You ain't gonna lie to God, say you wasn't stealing when God got a proof that you was stealing. You see what I'm saying? So, y'all, I'm telling y'all, everything we do on this earth, we're gonna be accountable for everything, our action. You're gonna pay as you go. And like I say, hell is repetition over and over again. You know? God know everything what we did, and some people got rotten, evil hearts in the center of their heart. They do rotten things. Like people be in the restaurant doing stuff they ain't not supposed to do with your food. God knows about that too. You don't play with nobody food like that. You don't spit in nobody's food. You don't touch your dentals down there and touch on people's food, because that means that you got a rotten heart. Your heart is not right. Your mind is not right. See, God is watching day and night, day and night. God don't never sleep. The power of God do not sleep. He always watching all the time, the whole entire world. And see, like I say, some of us is chosen by a handful from God. Not everybody's chosen. But like I say, go test the power of God, see you really chosen, and see what he tell you. If you don't say nothing, he don't show you nothing, that means that you're not chosen. But like I say, same way when John was telling this story about everything, they probably didn't want to believe John either. You know what I'm saying? But, we are messengers from the mighty God. A lot of people just don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen to us too late. Tell us too damn late. And, y'all, I'm telling you. And all this demonic evil spirits that's going on, y'all, it's just, you got to know what's real and what's not real. Like, you got demonic spirits, evil spirits, and then you got witches. Good witches mean that you're a good person. Bad witches mean they got bad intentions. Them are the real witches out there, y'all, But you're going to have to, do your own judgment, with your own brain. And let your brain figure it out, you know what I'm saying, But God give us common sense, and some people just don't use their common sense or whatever, they really don't. They do not use their common sense whatsoever what God gave them, And you got a lot of people might have hospital diploma, but they just don't have no common sense to go with it. You could go to school and you would not pass with common sense, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people just, I don't know what's wrong with people these days. I just don't know. And I see a lot of people saying stupid stuff on, on social media, talking about different stuff and everything, And we don't know, we wasn't really there to see these things. We don't know what's going on in these people's lives and stuff and everything, y'all. I mean, and y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I don't see people that was like on social media. If a person pass out, the first thing y'all want to say is she or he is on drugs. You don't know that person might have a health problem. You don't know, it might be due to some of that medication they take. Whatever, but y'all fast to say, oh, she or he on drugs. I remember one time, y'all, that I had, because I was like, I'm a diabetic. And when you don't eat and you let your sugar get too low, you'll pass out. I remember one time I was at the grocery store, coming out the grocery store, and I had passed out. But I can hear. But this man said, oh, she on drugs. So somebody called it, the paramedic was there. The paramedics was there, said, no, this lady's not on drugs. She could be a diabetic, but we know a drug use when we see one. And I was a diabetic because my sugar had dropped low. So y'all quit with that judgmental stuff. Y'all don't know what's wrong with these people. Y'all fast to pass a quick judgment on the person because you quick to say, oh, that person on drugs, that person on this, and that person on that. Not necessarily that person be on drugs. It could be like they might have a seizure, or they might be on some heavy medication or anything. But you don't know about that person. Don't be passing judgmental on that person. You don't know what's really wrong with them. And then you want to call that person stupid or retarded or she crazy or he crazy, whatever else. And like I heard one of these tarot readers was talking about when she was doing on a charity, she was telling my oh, they say that you was stupid, you was this. If I'm stupid, your whole family is stupid and retarded motherfuckers. That whole bloodline stupid. You know, I don't be want to hear that kind of stupid ass shit. I don't be want to hear that shit. But like I say, y'all, you know, a lot of people say this about that person, say that, but you don't know what's really going on with that person. You don't know anything about their health, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but y'all, I don't know what that's to tell y'all, but y'all better wake up, people. Time is clicking for each and one of us. I'm telling y'all, you know, so much stuff is going on in this world, you know, and it's the world is fulfilling. It is fulfilling. The Bible is fulfilling, you know, and when you trying to tell your family member about things, they trying to change the subject and they don't want to hear. They say something. They trying to argue with you and make you feel low about yourself. Don't let your family do that to you. Don't let your so-called friends do it to you. You know, just say, whatever, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to you later. Keep it like that. Make it short with them, y'all, because I don't know. And your family members can be the worst ones, but I cut out a lot of toxic people out of my life. I had to, you know, leave them where they behind because I had needed a major wake up call. And I just want to tell my mighty God, my mighty warriors and angels, thank you for all the things y'all are doing for me. I thank my God for like waking, you know, like giving me a major wake up call. I thank God for like, you know, listen to my prayers. He didn't turn his deaf ears away from me. And, you know, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, I mean, y'all, I don't let a lot of people go that wasn't serving my highest purpose. And I don't care if y'all don't see the change in me. It's not for y'all to see. It's for me to see the changes in myself. And I don't care what nobody say, because a lot of y'all been talking about me all my life. I've been talking about all my entire life. And when I pass away, y'all still gonna talk about me, just like they talked about Jesus. And Jesus is gone now; he's in the kingdom, and you still got people talking about Jesus really bad. Cause like Jesus say, they did it to me, they're gonna do it to you. And yes, Jesus, they don't did it to me 1,000 times. So I you know, I used to worry about what people say about me, but now today, baby, I don't give a damn what you say about me. I just flip it off my shoulders and turn my head the other way and keep going, because y'all ain't got no, y'all don't, you know, like I say, it's not for y'all to see the change in me. It's for me to see those changes. And y'all need to work on yourselves, change some things about yourself. How you going to say things and judge me for recording the things what I did when Jesus Christ already forgave me? You know, up to 70 times. He forgiven me up to 70 times. There's nothing that you can go running telling Jesus about me, because Jesus already know about me. Tell it on yourselves. Now am I going to tell the things what y'all doing behind the sun? When God knows the things y'all doing behind, no, God knows the things y'all doing behind the moon, not about the sun. He knows everything y'all doing. Y'all not gonna go tell it on yourselves. Y'all not gonna do that. But so keep y'all noses out of my business. I don't give a damn what you say about me or how you feel about me. You know what I'm saying? Because all this shit is behind me. My past don't live there, Momo. My past is behind me. I don't give a damn. Y'all talk about me like a dog. I don't give a damn, Momo. You know, God don't hurt all of us saying bad things about each other. I don't say things about people. I have to go repent. So, you know, and, you know, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all not breathing life into me. Y'all not taking care of me. Y'all not paying my rent. Y'all not paying my bills. You don't have to die with me. And when I leave this world, I'm not of the world. So y'all can kiss the crack of my ass. I don't give a damn. Well, it goes with my children, my grown-ass children. I don't mess with them either. I cut them out too. I don't give a lovely F. I don't give a damn. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? I'm going to make you understand. Listen to what I say. I don't give a lovely fuck. That's just my attitude. That's just my attitude. I don't give a damn, Momo. I don't give a shit. Because we don't all done did something behind the moon. MOON. That God knows about. God knows everything. He knows everything. He knows everything. People get molested all the time. You know, you got to forgive that person who got molested and forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself about it. And, you know, I got molested one time as a child and I ran away from home, but it took me a long time to forgive that person, but I had forgave him and I moved on from it. I will always love that person with my heart. And like Jesus forgave me 1,000 times, and Jesus always have loved me. You know what I'm saying? You know, so don't matter what a person done did to you or what, how they don't like you. Don't worry about all of that. What matters was Jesus is matter. Put Jesus always first in your life. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about what people think of you and try to put you down or laugh and talk about you, whatever. Don't much worry about these people, because them people they issues have issues. When I say they issues have issues, like that man, he told me one time, he say, my issues have issues. So we all got issues. We all got issues. Everybody got some kind of issues problem, and people always want to criticize you for what you don't have. And then when you do have it, God bless you with it, they're going to think, hey, you think you better. No, there's no think I'm better. At first, you didn't want to see me have it. So now I got it. You still worried about, because you worried about, hey, I'm better. No, I never was better. And I would never say that I'm better than the next person. But what I want to let you do, what I'm not allowed to let y'all do, is to tear me down and put me down more. Because I don't have enough of this criticizing, people putting me down, laughing and talking behind my back, thing I don't know about it. Oh, I know about it. And my mighty God knows about it. And then you get mad and you wonder why I cut you loose. Think about it. Some of y'all just need to look in the mirror and accept what y'all is and deal with yourselves. And go heal from everything. Heal from all your childhood wounds. Heal from everything. Anybody's not pleasing you, leave them the fuck alone. Because you keep returning back to those people, trying to be nice to people, they're going to keep hurting you over and over and over again. Like God say, don't be a fool. You know what I'm saying? You got to put your boundaries up with people. You got to make strong, healthy boundaries. Put your boundaries up. Don't let them cross your line of boundaries. Put their ass in place. Put them in place. So, and they're not willing to work on themselves. If you see the red flags, hey, leave them alone. Because some people don't want to change. They want to keep being with how they are. They like living. They comfort with their lifestyle, And don't let me talk about these exes either. Some of these men, they just come for a little while. They come and get between your legs, and then they gone. Because they gone on with the next woman. Or they ask you how much money you got in your bank account. If you don't tell them, they want to get mad. They go to the next woman. And then when the grass is not greener, they're trying to run their funky, dirty nuts ass back towards your way. Tell them to kick rocks. They're not no longer back in your lives. Let that door stay shut. Once you shut that door and you complete that cycle, let it be shut. Let them be shut. Let them go through what they go through. Because they need to work on themselves and go accept their karma, what they do. Like I told my oldest daughter, I say karma gonna come get you. She don't believe in karma. People don't want to accept karma, but karma is real. The karma is justice. Is coming from the kingdom of God. I don't have to do nothing to nobody. I let God fight my battles for me, and God gonna serve y'all justice. He gonna serve. God got rules, a kingdom of rules of justice and karma. God gonna serve you with the kingdom of justice. He gonna hit you where it's supposed to hit you, and you gonna know it's gonna from God. You ain't got to worry about me doing anything to you. I don't have to do shit. But, just relax and enjoy my popcorn and my little drinks and watch my movies. And let y'all just keep talking. Because God is watching and the angels are watching. They are listening to all of that shit from y'all. They are listening. And never think you're better than me. Because you're not. You're not. And I'm not better than you. So don't never tell God you better than the next person. Because you're not better or perfect. So... Y'all be blessed and keep your head up. Never let nobody take your crown for you. Keep that crown around you, what God give you. So, so you could be rewarded in the kingdom of heaven. So keep your loved ones safe. Y'all be safe. And, y'all, like I say, this war could have been, but this war would never took place and everybody would listen to what I had to say. Donald Trump, when somebody would have heard the voice, when somebody would start that video, they would announce it to Donald J. Trump. They got secret admirers, like the secret agents that be on social media, be watching and listening. But they should let Donald Trump know what was going on when I upload that video. I uploaded that video a few years ago and I took it back down. I had it on Facebook, I had it on Instagram, and on YouTube. I took it back down. But I got one of my videos still up there on YouTube. whatever. But I didn't take it down. But all this war that we having, we could have been prevented, but nobody want to listen to me. Nobody didn't want to, believe me or whatever. But like I say, North Korea is going to come. I saw thousands of people running. The lady's trying to get her daughter. The man got in her way. I saw thousands of, missiles was, shooting over people's homes. Thousands of people was running in the streets and everything else. I can't tell you when time and what date is going to happen. North Korea is coming. Anything shall happen to Kim Jong, his little sister is going to take over. Oh, y'all, I forgot to tell you this too. I had another vision from my mighty God. It was one was in 2020, and I think the other was in 2022. I saw Japanese kids, small little Japanese kids. They had gray uniforms, white shirts on, white uniform shirts. Each of them had their hands on each other's shoulders. Now Japanese people are really smart, and Chinese people are smart too. Them also smart people, and I don't know what those small Japanese little kids planning on doing, but I'm telling y'all, it's gonna happen. Just remember what I say. I saw submarines tipped it over in the ocean. I saw troops in the alley. I saw a man in a wheelchair. He had a white bandage wrapped around his head and everything. So a lot of stuff is gonna happen. So we know it happened in other countries. So what makes you think it's not gonna happen to the United States? It's gonna take place in the United States too. And like I say, Kim Jong got a big missiles. And to you, Mr. Donald J. Trump, Kim Jong might be little rocket man, but he got some big ass missiles with striking to tear down the United States, destroying the United States. So always remember that. And you shook Kim Jong hands. You never shake hands with the enemy, because the enemy, now look what the enemy is trying to do. The enemy is destroying the world. So Mr. Donald Trump, always remember that. Don't never shake the enemy hands. The one that you shake hands with, they're the ones be right in front of your face as planning on doing stuff into the world. So y'all be blessed, and be safe out there. But when the war happen in the United States, y'all be quiet, be still, and maybe pray to God. I don't know what to tell y'all, but keep your kids calm, keep your dogs calm too. You might want to get your dogs some ear muffins to put on their head from the loud explosion. So these big old missiles is coming from North Korea. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. All right. Bye-bye.